Hey everyone, it's me David, and I'm here today to give you guys some closure on my Dragon Age Inquisition Let's Play. As many of you know, I got a brain virus, which wiped some of my memory. And when I got back from the hospital, I didn't really feel like continuing the Let's Play because I'd forgotten a whole lot. And I just didn't have the mental capacity or the mental strength to play the game and comment on it while I was playing it, which a Let's Play is. So I decided to take a step back and play the game off camera, even though I had 100 episodes up or something like that. But you guys, I think you guys deserve to know what happened in my Let's Play, in my playthrough. And I just want to talk a little bit about the choices I made. I want to discuss the choices I made. I want to discuss the game in general, what I loved, what I liked, what I didn't like. Talk about the characters. And in doing that, hopefully you guys can, like I said, get some closure, and I get to talk about a fun game. So everyone wins. So this is gonna be a very casual conversation. And not really a conversation at all, since you guys can't talk back. But it's gonna be a very casual walkthrough. A casual talk about the game. Alright, enough rambling. Let's just get on with the show. So first of all, let's talk a bit, about the general game. What did I think about the game? And I have to say I really enjoyed it. It was a good game. I liked it. I'm not sure I enjoyed it as much as Origins. Let's talk about a few things I didn't really like. So let's get that out of the way first. So it seems like games nowadays, the flavor of the decade is open world. You get to a new area, you can explore, you can find new quests. In my case, I get overwhelmed. I feel like I don't know where to start. It just boggles down. I can't deal with it. Because I'm one of those completionists. I need to do everything, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It was just too much. And I think that the game is trying to tell you that you don't need to do all the things. You don't need to do all the things. Because if you do all the things, you overlevel all the main quests. You get such a high level that it's just a breeze, So I think it's designed for you to go into an area, do the quests you like, and if you want, you can do more quests. And then you can continue on with the main quest. Okay, so I think that's how the design is supposed to be. But people like us who come from Origins and Dragon Age 2, which is most people, I think, playing this game, we have the tendency, we have the experience of completing everything, because that's what you did in the previous games. And when you start doing that in this game, it's too much for me personally. So that was a bit of a downer. At the end, I felt like I can't complete all the quests. I'm gonna do the ones I like, and then just go on from there. I think Mass Effect did it really well with a few side quests here and there, a few quests on the Citadel, a few quests on other planets. This one, fetch quests, gathering quests, it felt a bit like an MMO. What I would have liked to see is that they put the effort, like the Hinterlands. Okay, that place was huge, and the general outcry was that get out of the hinterlands as soon as you can. Because you're gonna overlevel, and you're never gonna complete the main quest in like a reasonable time. So what I would have liked for them to do is like cut out a lot of fillers. So you have Dennis Horses, that's great. You have Red Cliff, you have the little village in the middle of the map. You have the Mage and Templar War going on. I like that as well. But all the other things I felt was just filler. And I would much rather have a smaller storyline which can branch out slightly, but it's more focused, you know. Maybe that would have given them time to get like cutscene dialogues for all the little dialogues that you had with people. In many cases, the camera just like panned around slightly, and you had these dialogue options, and you know, it worked, but it wasn't the dialogues we were used to. I understand that this is a way to save a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to do a cutscene dialogue, you know, all the angles, you have to do all the gestures and stuff like that. Still, I would have liked a tighter experience, a more focused experience. That's probably my biggest complaint. I felt like maybe the ending, not counting Trespasser, was a bit... It came upon me very quickly. I wouldn't say rushed, but I was like, whoa, okay, whoa, we have a boss fight now. What is going on? but it, you know, that's minor. So that's the things. Those are the things I really didn't fancy about the game. But I loved the story bits. Oh, so good. Wrath of Heaven in Hushed Whispers, Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts. All of those quests were excellent. I loved them. Oh, and that kind of lifted the game up. I can't complain about the main storyline. I really enjoyed it. And the music. Let's talk about the music for a moment, because I really enjoyed the music. BioWare makes such good music. There were several places where I just like stopped and listened to the music. Even in the open world area, there were a few times where I just like stopped and listened to the music. There was a place when you were hunting wolves, I believe, and this Inquisition theme came on with just the cello, and I was like, oh, this is so good. And in Hushed Whispers, the Dark Future, if you support the mages, such a good song. I keep listening to that song every day. So dark, so eerie. It really set the mood for the scene. Which, you know, music is... it's all about that. You know, game music is about setting the mood. What's happening. It's about supporting what's happening on the screen. The Haven music, when you fought for Haven, the epic last stand music, as you rush out to fight the catapults, golden. And the dragon music, it's just, the music was there, and I when I finished the game, bam, the soundtrack on Spotify on repeat. Love it. So, anyway, we should probably talk a little bit about characters. I'll be talking about the characters first, then I'll be talking about the choices I made in the main game. Of course, these will probably mesh together a little bit, but let's go and talk about the characters a bit. Alright, so let's talk a bit about Leliana. Let's start with Leliana. She's been in all 3 games, and she was very dark in this game. So, after I finished the game, I realized you could harden Leliana or make her unhardened. So, if you harden her, like I did, she becomes really dark. Like, oh, I failed, I must kill everyone responsible. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, let's calm down a bit. But I like that Liliana. And in most cases, I agreed with her. I think there's a case in the beginning of the game where one scout kills another scout and he escapes. And she's like, we had to find him and kill him. And I'm like, yes, let's do that. You have the option to do something else as well, I think. But I feel like a spy master have to have a darker side, because she's doing things that might be a bit underhanded. And a dark-hardened Liliana watch. It was a great experience. Let's just say that. I really liked it, even though she was very extreme at times. But that's the way I wanted her to be, and the way Garrett wanted her to be, because the Inquisition needs people who can make hard choices, tough choices. And Liliana was one of those people. Let's talk about Josephine. So, I don't really have all that much to say about her. I like her, she's cute, really well played. We didn't really have any, like, wow moments. Wait, oh wait, we had one wow moment. I remember now. Yeah. I think it was Wicked Hearts and Wicked Eyes? No, Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts. Yeah, that's the quest. The quest with the ball. And after you finish that quest, you are alone out on a balcony. And I think that your love interest is supposed to walk out and talk to you. In my case, I don't know why, because I flirted a lot with Cassandra, but it was Josephine that approached me at the end of that quest out on the balcony. But it made for a very good scene. So you can either, flirt with them or like dance with them and have this happy ending, to the ball. But my ending to that quest took a little bit of a dark turn. I said that I need some time to think. I can't really dance right now. And he looked kind of distraught as well. Like, all these politics, Gaspard, Celine, Brianna, everything just weighed on him. And that scene when Josephine kind of just looked at him and just walked away, and then just the single shot of Garrett alone in the balcony, and then just fade to black. It fit the scene so well. It fit the character so well. So, even though I didn't get that romance scene with Cassandra, I just got another scene which I really, really enjoyed. So yeah, that's one of the really good things I remember about Josephine. Alright, Colin. So Colin is like, how much manliness can you put in one person? So like, I think Colin is at capacity because he's such a badass, and I can totally see why people fall for him. His voice is so cool. As I said, he's really good looking. He's got this kind of dry humor, and he's kind of vulnerable at times. So I can totally see why you Colin fangirls and fanboys just fall for him totally. And I liked him. I liked him a lot. I liked his lyrium addiction plotline. I made him stop taking lyrium. And it was tough seeing him go through that. I won't lie. But it was for his own good. Morgan was Morgan. Although she was a bit softer this time around. So in my playthrough, she had a son with my warden. Kieran, I believe his name was. And this, it had made her a bit softer than I'm used to. It was still Morgan, and she still had those ambitions. She's so ambitious. and those stingy remarks at times. But she will do anything for power and control, but I have a feeling she will do it not for evil, but for herself and for her son. Maybe even more for her son than herself. I'm not sure. She's kind of a mystery still. Moving on, Hawk. And don't worry, I'll talk more about these characters as I move on and talk about the main storyline. So I really enjoyed my Hawk. My Hawk acted like he would have acted. I know, it was uncanny. It was like I chose the responses for him. I know some people had problems with their Hawk because they didn't act like the Hawk they knew. I'm looking at you, Angel Arts. And that's because before you start the game, you get to choose what kind of personality your Hawk had. Diplomatic, sarcastic, I believe it was, and ruthless. And if you pick sarcastic there, he becomes super sarcastic. Like, if you picked like 80% of the sarcastic choices in Dragon Age 2, then it would fit a sarcastic Hawk. If you didn't, however, it's just gonna be weird. I luckily played a very diplomatic Hawk, and I picked diplomatic personality, and it was awesome, really good. And I really liked his ending. And I'll talk a little bit more about what choices I made with Hawk later on.